What's up guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're heading over to a dyno shop. We're gonna be dynoing our C8, which is modded. We're gonna be dynoing our friend VC8, which is still stock, so you guys can be able to see stock versus modded if there's any power gains. And then as a bonus, we're gonna be dynoing Frankie's GT3 RS. All right guys, we just got here to M-Spec. They have a dyno jet. We just got to see it up on the lift. We're getting it strapped down now. That was a ton of fun trying to get the rear tire to center exactly on this roller. And then the guys over here have a screen so you can see the horsepower and torque. So we're gonna be doing my car first. V's running a little late, so we're gonna get modded and then stock afterwards. Frankie also joined us, so he's gonna go second. What do you guys think the GT3 RS will get? I believe it has 500 horsepower stock. Seems really efficient, so I'm thinking it's gonna get, I don't know. I'm gonna say 450 is gonna be my guess. I just guessed on yours. How much horsepower is the GT3 RS getting? 420? I guess 450, because I feel like it's really efficient. What do you think the C8's gonna get?
Based on my calculations.
I'm gonna give you a little hint though, because, okay, so most stock C8s get about, I think 430 to 440. So what are you thinking? I mean, it's a little modded, so.
Let's say 450. 450?
Okay, that's what I was gonna go with. I'm gonna go with, I'll go with 460. All right, we ready to go? All right, guys, we're in the car. We're about to do the dyno pool. Woo! So what we got to do is put it in drive. We're gonna put it in the gear that we want it, and we're gonna get up to 2,000 RPM for them to calibrate it, and then he'll hit say go, and then we'll see how much horsepower we got. The screen right there will show us exactly what we have. Fourth gear. All right, 2,000 RPM, right there.
Get it a little bit and let it go.
All right. Woo, not gonna lie guys, it's a bit nerve-wracking. We're sitting up here on the rack. This thing just could launch off right off into that Toyota there. Woo, it's a little scary. All right, so put in drive, first gear, manual mode, second gear. Woo, that was crazy. Wow, that was intense. What do we got? What do we got? Oh my God, there's numbers. 425 and 400. Wow. I think you won that one, didn't you? All right, so Frankie won that one. He got 455. We only hit a 426 at about 6,100 RPM. And then we got 400 foot-pounds of torque at 4,500 RPM. Car doesn't like something. It's got check engine light, traction control, parking brake, ABS system, everything's freaking out. All right, so that first run, we did it in fourth gear. So we got 426 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Now we're gonna try it in fifth gear. I've been reading online, some people do it in fourth, some people do it in fifth, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we made a few adjustments. We've added the fan to shoot that air straight into the intake over here on the passenger side. And then over on the driver's side, we've got another fan blowing straight into the IS intake. 426 seemed kind of low, but I don't know if we're in the right gear. Might need to be doing it in fourth, fifth or sixth, I'm not sure. We just did a fourth gear pull that first time, so now we're gonna do a fifth and then a sixth. When we do a sixth though, I think we get up to like 211 mile an hour, so it's kind of scary. All right, here goes round two. We're going out of fifth gear this time. Woo, those pops. Gotta calibrate it first at 2,000. Looks like we got 434 and 423 foot-pounds of torque. So we made about 8 more horsepower and about 23 foot-pounds more torque. All right, so we got 434 horsepower on fifth gear pull, 423 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know if we should try sixth gear because I got 155 mile an hour in fifth. Sixth gear is gonna be like 200. I don't know, that's gonna be sketch, but let's see. I'm gonna talk to the tuner and let's see. All right guys, so here's a closer look. Geez, torque comes on right around, what is that, 3,000 RPM, and it just stays flat the entire time. All right guys, so we're about to do our third run. We're gonna try this in sixth gear. We're gonna cut it off before it gets above 200 mile an hour, just depending on how it feels. I think this thing maxes out at 200, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna get up to 3,000 here. here we go. That was sketchy. Here we go. All right, so here's a closer look at that last run. So we got 404 horsepower. I cut it off right around 6,200 RPM. We're getting pretty high in speed. We got to 185 mile an hour. All right, so our best one was in 5th gear. We got 434 horsepower, 420 something foot-pounds of torque. We're gonna compare that to V's when he gets here so we can see modded versus stock, see if there's any gain at all. All right, so 434, not the highest horsepower, but the beautiful thing about today is that we got a stock one coming. So we'll be able to compare stock to modded with the same temperature, the same air density, everything. Right now we got Frankie trying to get up on the dyno, trying to get it lined up right. It's very narrow, so we gotta get it perfect with these wide cars. Woo, she's right on the edge. Come on, here we go. Woo. Got the Porsche up on the lift. Now we're gonna lift it up to where the rollers go. All right, Porsche is up. Now we're gonna roll it back on the rollers. Boom. Now here's the tricky part, trying to get this tire to line up directly on top of that roller. Woo, almost. All right, now we went a little too far over. AMG GTR, oh, we got it. All right, we got Frankie strapped up, ready to go. We're gonna do his first pull. We're gonna do it in 5th gear, see what kind of numbers we can get. So loud. All right, what do we got? What do we got? 403. Oh, let's see how he feels about it. Bro, I am never, ever, ever standing behind your car again. That was the worst experience of my life. Oh, it's scary, dude. It's like, and did you see your speed? All right, so yeah, you hit 400 right around 7,500 RPM, 403 horsepower, and 300 foot-pounds of torque. All right, Frankie's exhaust system is extremely loud. What is going on here? This thing is so loud. All right, so Frankie thinks that maybe he didn't floor it all the way on that first run. So we're gonna go for a second run here. Oh boy, here we go. Oh no, oh no. RPM, man, that does not get any easier. All right, let's see the results here. All right, so that run, we got 405 horsepower. All right, how do we feel about that one?
I went all the way in.
All right, so we're gonna do one more pull with the GT3 RS. We're gonna do a 4th gear pull. So this is where he calibrates it. He's gonna put it up to 2,000 RPM. So you got your RPMs on the left side, your mile per hour on the right side, your air fuel in the middle. All right, so on that run, Frankie was able to pull a 406. He only got 1 extra horsepower by dropping a gear, so I guess it really doesn't matter too much for his car. Pulled 300 foot-pounds of torque. All right, how do we feel? 406 good?
I can take that.
All right, so Frankie's 3rd and final is done. Now we're gonna get the other C8 on the lift. V brought his C8 with the livery on it. We're gonna see what is the difference between a completely stock C8 versus our modded C8. Not expecting to see like crazy horsepower numbers because you can't tune the car yet, but just expecting to see, I don't know, I'd be happy with maybe 20, 30 extra horsepower. Perfect, that looks pretty good. All right, we got VC8 on the lift. We're gonna go up and then get her back onto the rollers here. If you guys didn't see last video, V put a new livery on it. I think it looks really good. It came out awesome. I especially love the size. It just looks so good. He actually did this by himself. Look at all the lines, everything matches up. All right, V's about to do his first pull. Let's see what he got here. All right, so he did 400 horsepower, 386 foot-pounds of torque. The line is all over the place. I wonder what that's all about. We'll have to check it out. All right, so we just worked out all the kinks. I think we have it figured out. I'm gonna shut his hood here. Oh, Oh boy, 423 horsepower, 408 torque. All right guys, let's talk these numbers. V peaked at about 5,900 RPM. He peaked there at 423 horsepower. So what you see here is at 6,000, he already starts coming down. With the C8 in red, where we hit 434 horsepower, you guys can see where the power just wants to keep carrying out. We haven't really peaked until like right at 6 or 6,100, but throughout the entire power band, you can see there's that extra 20, about 10 to 20 horsepower throughout the entire power band. And same thing with the torque power band. You guys can see there's a good 20, 25. So this does go to show, guys, the mods do work, they do help. And remember, you can't tune this car, so you're not getting the most out of every mod, but you're getting a little bit out of it, and then once the tune does come out, boom, you're ready. But that's gonna do it for the end of the video, guys. If y'all liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that as well. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Later.